Hytale has released their first patch a couple of days ago, and I'm going to show you the more relevant changes. Before we get into everything here, let's start off with the big one. The underground jungle has been massively updated. The general atmosphere is more alive with the music, with the creatures, with the particle effects, I think these are new, and the general ambience of the zone. We also have 6 mobs to play around with. To start us off, we've got 2 passive flying mobs. We got the pterodactyl and the
Archaeopteryx.
Yeah, you. They drop an assortment of meat and feathers. The other passive mob down here is the Trilodon, which will just actively run away from the player. They also drop heavy hides, so worth killing. Our first aggressive mob is the Snapdragon, which do inflict poison, so do take care of that. And our final creatures are the Cave Raptor and the Cave Rex, which has a lot of health and hits like a truck. Let's see. Hit me. Ow! Let's go and have a look down here. I guess it didn't work in creative, but survival you've got these particle effects. I don't know if they were here before, but I guess the general atmosphere of this place is trying to be lifted. We also have updates to the villages and outposts that are found scattered throughout Zone 4. They are just made easier to navigate, they're not as run down. You should just be able to run in, loot them, and get out without having to break too many blocks. The sewers should also now have proper atmospheric effects. As to what that is, I'm not entirely sure. It might be the fog, it could be the little particle effects. But know that this has also been updated ever so slightly. We can finally move on to everything else that is around here, starting us off with workbenches. In this chest I have stuff to make a campfire, and in this chest I've got stuff to make a chest. And as you can see, I can now make these 2 items from this distance, which is 6 up, 14 across. Each wood will now have a display text underneath it, saying if it's hardwood or softwood. And there's been a couple of crafting changes. To start us off, this now says log instead of trunk, as well as anywhere else where that would be a log. So the backpack has also been changed. It now only requires 8 medium leather, used to require 16, and only requires the tier 1 workbench. You can see that the backpack upgrade 1 has been reduced to workbench tier 2. The other change to workbenches is all of these required items on the right to upgrade. You can now hover over them to see where they can be collected, or just their description, I suppose. Beds can now be slept in a lot earlier. 7:30 instead of 9 PM. Fruit and veg has now been changed to only give health regen 1. There is also updated animations for eating. Or rather the particle effects. We also have upgraded the effect of a potion. The tanning rack is now quicker. Every item that is being processed now takes 10 seconds less. Still takes a while though. The woodcutter block no longer has any functionality and is purely decorative. Also, hovering over it no longer has the dev text. Mining has received an update too. You can now place torches with it in your offhand. Oh, it's so good. So let's hear the new sounds. Ores have a new jingle sound effect. There's also particle effects, as you can see, those are new too. The farmer's workbench and farming in general has received some slight changes. Corn is now a 1-to-1 with Essence of Life. I haven't really messed around with farming in Hytale yet, but just know that it's been more streamlined, it's been more balanced, and should offer just a better experience in general. A new information page can be found in the heart of Orbis for the first time interacting with it, or by clicking the question mark in the top left. Speaking of memories, there is now a new symbol on the mob itself when collecting the memory for the first time. We also have new commands such as ban, whitelist, teleport, or TP. And the give command can now specify durability on items. Horses now properly play running sounds whilst mounted. You can no longer abuse charge attacks and infinite stamina. By swapping away at the correct time, you either still consume all of the stamina, or the charge attack does not go off and you keep your stamina. Previously, the signature ready sound effect would play an additional time if you swapped off of your weapon and then back to it. Nope, your power gauge just disappears. Fire-based mobs should now be completely immune to fire damage. Although, that doesn't seem to be correct. Unless it's a different type of fire effect. They will still burn, but Yeah, they're supposed to be immune. Livestock should no longer climb on your chicken coops. I believe they just made the hitbox of the coop just a bit taller. As you can see in the top right, there's no way that that creature is going to jump on there. I mean, even your character has to mantle just to get up here. Skeletons will no longer drown. They will just vibe at the bottom of the ocean. I mean, makes sense. They don't exactly have lungs. Quebec should no longer take damage to the environment. Specifically cactus and brambles. Yeah, I think the sound effect is playing, but he's not taking any damage. The attack behavior of the Crystal Earth Golem has been improved. Okay, that was just unnecessary. Specifically, his spin attack was supposed to be improved. Oh, okay. I feel like that's new. I've always killed them too quick to realize how deadly that could be if you don't block it. The Thrork Shaman, even though he's called the Elder in the I Spy, should have a new spawn animation. Still has no animation on throwing his little pebbles though. Some cautious wildlife, such as the fox, should no longer attack the player unless they are attacked first. Yeah, you should just run away until I punch you. Now he will attack me. We also have some new customization options. For the eyes, we've got reptile, feline, demonic, and goat. I quickly had to shave my character just to show off the new lip options. We have large mouth and a tiny mouth. We also have a new hair color, but because it doesn't actually show me which hair color I'm looking at when hovering over it, I don't know, it's one of the lavender ones, one of the purpley ones. Speaking of hair colors, they've apparently brightened the dark brown color, which I'm assuming is this one. And finally, they have reworked the bangs hairstyle. The link to the patch notes is in the description. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Okay, love you, bye.